We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Melvin Ingram. He's just been a huge impact for the Dolphins in the first 3 weeks. I think he's been exactly who the Dolphins thought Kyle Van Noy was going to be for them when they signed him a couple years ago. He's come in, played this strong side backer position, and he fits the scheme perfectly. Like the versatility he brings to line up all the way across the line, standing up, sugaring the A-gap, and his ability to drop into coverage. And he just has fit this role as a strong side backer to force runs back to the inside, setting the edge, and he just makes big time plays as we've seen him recover multiple fumbles, get multiple sacks, and he's just a quality all around player that plays with high energy and is just an excellent scheme fit for the team. First play from Ingram, setting the edge. He's the force defender here, and he just does an excellent job in these positions, disrupting plays. He's a very disruptive force in the backfield. Does a good job feeling this play out, recognizes the motion from the tight end, beating two blocks basically here. Play side tight end to his side, 85, tries to get a hand on him and allow Knox to get this block, get the chip. But he gets this off, uses his left hand to throw this hand off of him with 85, and then dips this shoulder and rips under Knox's block, and just does a good job forcing Singletary back to the inside, gets a hand on him to slow him down, and gets it back into help. This is what you want exactly from your force defender, your outside linebacker, strong side linebacker on this play, and he does an excellent job here. Feeling this, good instincts to knife inside of 85, and then good technique, staying square, dipping that shoulder, ripping, and then making the play on the running back, forcing him back to help. This is a very, very high-end play in space. Like 99% of defenders don't make this play on space, and Allen scrambling, getting out here, and Ingram is able to make this tackle, break it down, and he's one of those guys who can actually match Allen's athleticism and strength in space. He's just a really good player in that area. He also does a good job dropping into coverage here. I know he's known more for his pass rushing ability, but look at him drop into coverage, just feeling in the zone, nothing coming to his side here. The tight end's blocking here. Receivers were all lined up on the opposite side of the field. He sees them coming to his side, and Allen about to break the scramble out here, so he just gains depth, take away the throwing lane to Diggs, and then once he sees Allen commit downhill, he gets down, matches him, and makes a really good open field tackle in space. They end up scoring on 4th down, but this is just one of those plays where he could have made a huge impact, either made them forced to a field goal, or if they stopped him on the next down, prevent all points in the future. Just shows what type of player and what type of impact he brings to the team. Just wanted to show this play because he seems to always be in the right place at the right time on these fumbles. We've seen it twice now with the Brandon Jones one, which I'll even show later, but just Holland gets the strip sack. He does a great job finding the ball once it's out. He just has a really good nose for the football, good playmaker ability. He's not even blitzing here. He's just reading the quarterback, seeing if there's going to be a quick throw, gets the ball. He's just a very smart, instinctive football player, and fumble recoveries are usually not the most impressive things to me, but if it starts to become a pattern, then you're knowing a player is just has a really good feel for the game and understands where to be in position at the right time. This is almost similar to the first play that I showed this time, but the fullback is motioning to his side, and he's just disruptive, basically taking multiple blockers out of the play, disrupting the play in the backfield, beats Knox by knifing to the inside, and then forces his back into help here. He just has he sees this space right here. Knox is lined up out wide, and once he sees him take this angle, feel the momentum of the outside, he's 6 foot on the ground, knife back to the inside, swim him over, and then drop the shoulder into the fullback. So he's resetting the line of scrimmage into the backfield. Singletary has nowhere to go. He can only go to the cutback lane. Everyone else does their job, not overflowing, getting off your blocks. Perfect run defense from the whole defense, but Ingram really blows this play up in the backfield. This is just super impressive from him, and I think one of his biggest impacts has been versus the run, being that force defender. Huge time sack from Ingram, beating his guy one-on-one. I mean, coming from when he was on the Chargers, he was one of the best, edge rushers there was. And he's also one of the guys that I love the versatility because he can rush from edge alignment, but you can also get him standing up in the middle, let him use his athleticism advantage versus guards, centers. But he also has the athleticism, strength, and technique to beat tackles. And he just does a really good job setting up these moves against these tackles, feels the outside, works like a little bit of a foot fire, freeze the old lineman in space, stick that left foot in the ground, stab to the outside, and then club that left arm to the inside. All you have to do is beat that inside hand, and then he ends up forcing the fumble. They don't recover it, But just a good job setting this up, using footwork, using timing, eating up the space, attacking the outside half with his momentum, his leverage, his body, and then sticking the foot in the ground, feel the space to the inside. He just loves that inside counter. He has the speed to get there and just making big time plays for the Dolphins in pretty much every facet of the game. Just look at Ingram's first step explosiveness, just blowing up these plays versus the pass rush. Would love to see him finish some of these sacks more, but it's pretty tough to sack Josh Allen. He thinks the left tackle here, he feels him overset enough here, so he takes the inside track to Allen, gets washed out just enough, but ends up just disrupting this play just enough where Allen has to throw away. Everyone else has enough time to get to him. And this is just, even when he's not making the plays on the ball, he's helping other teammates get time to get there. He's just a disruptive playmaker. Messes up timings of the offense versus the run and the pass. Final play of the game versus the Bills. Good job on this game right here, working the twist, the stunt with his with Phillips right there. Doesn't end up finishing with the sack, which is the biggest problem. But look at the effort to get down and tackle McKenzie inbounds. Love to see that from him. And then look at the timing on this. Takes a perfect angle to the outside to get Dawkins wide, get the running back looking at him, and then Phillips also takes a great angle, goes straight into the left shoulder of 73, and doesn't get too wide to take 76 out of the play. So does a really good job giving all the space to Ingram. Really good timing. Just needs to work on finishing this sack here. He missed a couple on Allen, but he is the toughest quarterback to sack in the entire league. But then comes off of it and still hustles down the field after playing 90 plus snaps to tackle McKenzie inbounds, which ends up winning them the game. So he was a huge time playmaker against the Bills, and I'll break down a few more plays in the first 2 weeks as well. Against the Ravens, when the defense started to step up late in the game, Ingram was making a lot of plays. Such a good job taking on Ricard here at the point of attack into the backfield, wastes no time. He initiates contact, sees no linemen coming out to block him, so he just shoots in the backfield, takes Ricard on, squaring him up, gets low, gets hands into the chest. Ricard's a good player, and then once he basically sets the edge here, forcing Drake back to the inside, he comes off of it. Just a really good job from start to finish, stacking, shedding, recognizing the play, being physical at the point of attack, winning the leverage battle, everything so good. He's been really instrumental for the Dolphins defense versus the run, and just that versatility that he brought, and it's just made up exactly what they needed, especially with Van Ginkel out. He was sort of that, playing a similar role to Ingram, and Van Ginkel has been recovering from the appendix, I believe. So he's been playing limited snaps, and he's just been very good, very consistent for the Dolphins. This time you can see him standing straight over the center. This is the stuff that you want to see, the versatility. He's almost spying Lamar here, and he's just reading the quarterback's eyes, gets his hands up. Just a high instinctual play. You're not rushing. Read the quarterback's eyes. If he throws it quick over the middle, which they're trying to do, get in Hail Mary range, and just gets in the position, makes a perfect play on ball. This is the type of stuff you usually don't see from your typical edge rushers. This is exactly why the Dolphins brought him in, because he can just play multiple roles, fill multiple hats for the defense, and he just does a great job here recognizing the situation, knows what's coming, and he was prepared for this play the entire time. Really good play from Melvin Ingram here, making tackles in space. This has been a problem for the Dolphins, is getting one-on-one tackle in space. If he misses this, it could have been an extra 10 plus yards. Plus it's 1st and 10. Now it's going to be 2nd and long. And this is just what the Dolphins defense thrives in, is getting an early stop, either 0 negative yards, and then allowing your defense to go into cover 0, forcing the quarterback to make mistakes in these situations, hold the ball a tick longer because they have to get the ball downfield a little bit. And so just another excellent play from Ingram, just making plays in every single area that you can ask of your outside linebacker. Final play, wanted to break down against the Patriots, is his touchdown. Really good play from Brandon Jones, but again, just right place, right time, finds the football. He has great eyes. He's always aware of what's going on around him, and he gets the touchdown, which was this was a huge play in this game. And I know fumble recoveries usually don't seem like much, but when you're getting multiple of them, like I'm saying, just being in the right place, he scoops this up. So you can tell he has some ball skills, because a lot of guys will try to fall on this, jump on this, but he's scooping this up off the bounce with his left hand, smooth as hell. So yeah, just another amazing play. He's been a huge impact player for the Dolphins, and looking forward to see what he can keep doing for the rest of the season. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.